Tolope Hibitola, and it's good to be here again on another episode of Between You and Me. On the last episode, we talked about friendship, like I was saying, and there we explored the thin line between friendship, trust, and betrayal in relationships. And talking about friendship, it takes intentionality, like we said. We'll be talking about experience, life experiences, echoes of the topic today is echoes of experiences, the stories of scars and smiles. James, I've known you for a while now. Talking about knowing someone, I think some of the scars, maybe I'm not in the right place to talk about that, but I would like to hear from you directly. And before we go deeply into that, would you be able to tell us maybe a description of your journey in 3 words?
In 3 words?
Yeah.
In 3 words? You mean in 3 words?
Yes, just 3 simple words. And if you want to make them complex words.
Well, as a story of growing up every day.
Okay.
Since you want 3 words, it's very difficult to just box everything in just 3 words. So It's a story of growing up every day. That's what I would say.
Growing up every day. Okay. Yeah. Growing up every day. So you eventually turned it into a phrase. We are not in the English class now. All right. So can you tell us, share with us how growing up was for you? What was your background like? And so let's hear. So I'll be able to know how to deep into journey into the conversation.
Yeah. Like you've introduced me. My name is James, and what I'm sharing tonight is not a success story anyway. It's a becoming story. It's a story that has scars, shaped by storms, yet filled with moments when the future seems bleak to you, and you keep moving. Okay, and what all you can hold on to is just hope. Because at every point in life, at every step you take, you are faced with one challenge or the other. Is it financial hardship? Is it delays in education? Is it moments when future seem far away and unclear? Then maybe nights of burning the candles, days of walking long distance, just attend schools, and times you have to pause education because resources just ran out. And you just kept going, and it's as if you just gave up. But something is just holding you on, and you kept going. So that's just a summary of the story. So I won't say it's a success story. I won't say that. Many people say, yeah, it's a success story, but I see that story to me.
I like the fact that you say that it's a story of becoming. So you wouldn't have, you can't measure success. You can't say because this is where I am. Because at the end of the day, your own success is also relative to someone. But still, if you say success story, I will still accept it. But talking about a story of becoming, and you mentioned that there were times that you almost gave up. Can you share stories? Or give us an example of moments like that when you almost gave up and you felt like, oh, what will be? I can't come and kill myself.
Yeah, it's a kind of it's an episode of life. It's shaped by different events. For example, a few years ago, I was telling someone that, do you know that I was once a bus conductor? They say, no, it's possible. Yeah, I have done. I've worked on construction sites before. Yeah, I was once a auto mechanic. Say, wow, how did you? I was once a security. So it's like an episode. Okay, so when you asked me to share a story, I was just which part of the episode should I share? Which one? Is it my education where I met you in on Anthony campus in Lasso? So the one I worked from Akute, down Korodu, Maryland to Anthony, then back and forth. You wake up in the morning as early as 5 o'clock. You get ready for work. You go to school after teaching. When you finish, from there you move to Anthony Village. You know how long is it from Akute in Ogun State? Move to Ikoro, towards Ojodu, Maryland to Anthony Village. Then you finish at 9, 10, 11 sometimes. Then you walk back home, or sometimes you get a lift on the way. So when you ask me I'm trying to find out which part of this episode you want me to share, then I'm going to present it on the table for you. It's just as plain as that.
Okay. The thing is, maybe for the part of the educational aspect, you want to share a little of that. For those who are listening, for some of our viewers, again, we're speaking with James Silavere. It's a story of resilience, a story of focus, someone who didn't give up. And when I asked him just a few moments ago, he said it's still a story of becoming, which I really do like. And then, James, I would like you to share a part that you think you're most comfortable to share. So I wouldn't box you to say this and this is what you should say, but what is that moment? There are series of it, I know, because you talked about meeting on Anthony campus. Remember that time? Those days are then night, and you have to go back. When the first time I went to Akute, I think it's it's knowing you, and then you have to go that long journey back, and then you have to wake up early in the morning. Those are experiences. Are there moments that you thought you wanted to give up? You could share that one, any one that you just felt is most convenient for you.
Okay, I'm convenient to share any part of my story, because I know that it's going to make someone, it's going to give someone hope, and it's going to encourage. Yeah. So okay. My education, the journey has been very rough and very, very slow. I would say very, very slow. Okay, after my NCA, I moved down to Lagos, though. Then I started, first I applied to the main campus to study English language, English arts. But because of my background in education, I got the admission anyway. I started my first 200 level direct entry. And along the line, maybe second semester, we were told that, you cannot get admitted straight into English arts. You have to go through education. Okay, let's get it converted. They said, no, just have to leave the system. I had to go back.
After spending all that time.
At Anthony campus, where I met you, I was in 200 level, but because of the NUC policy, that some campuses were not recognized by NUC, blah, 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 for paying huge school fees and so on, the commitment, the sacrifice and other things. I went to the main campus. I met another problem on the way. Then going back again to Open University to start criminology. Then the whole thing just messed up along the line. I was shattered. To tell you I can't find the right word for it. After about 4 or 5 years of your journey in the system, and the educational system is not well regulated, it's not monitored, you've spent lots of money, and you get to a level, just like what is happening to University of Calabar students right now, that they are in the dental department, I think. Some of them get to 400 level, and you discover that the course is not accredited. And how it happens to some students also in other schools. So the same thing happened to me on Anthony campus. Going to the main campus, I feel I faced another problem. Then back to Open University. Then in the end, I finished with Open University anyways. But during this period, I was sponsoring myself. It was self-sponsored. Nobody was funding me, because I could remember I work as a security guard at night. Then during the day, I'll go to school. If during examinations, I'll be on night duty. Then after that, in the morning, I'll find a place to have a shower. Even if you don't have to, I don't get my shower. That's not necessary, because I need to find myself in the classroom. And sometimes lectures that start as early as 7 o'clock, and you have to be there because if you're not there. Now I can't remember the name of the doctor, Dr. Ogun, or something like that. He will bounce you back. He will send you out of his classroom because the moment he gets to the classroom before you and you're just coming in, he sends you out, sends you away. So it was so terrible, and it's a terrible story. I would say. Yoruba would say any on no more. If you are there, you know how it is.
Wow, it's like
During this period, how much was school fees and how much was my salary, the transportation, the house rent, and other things. So now I don't even understand. I don't know how I was able to pay. I was able to do it. Then in the end, the system tells you that no, the course is like this and something is wrong somewhere. Now the whole investment went down the drain. Then you have to start all over again. If it were some people, they are going to give up. Yeah, they will give up. They will not continue. Yes, I know that. But I don't know where the bonus, the strength came from. I know it came from above anyway. And I pushed on. And to God be the glory, I was able to get something out of it, out of the system.
Yeah, and good to know that. So you talked about that there were times that almost giving up, and even if it were some people, definitely they would have given up. So where did you find that strength? I know you'd say that there's like, how did you do it, even though you don't know, but I want to believe that there's something that was pushing you. What do you think it was? Where did you find that strength to pull through, despite going through all that trouble? You talked about going from schools. What was that push like? Because if it were some people, definitely, I've gone to this school, I've gone to this, everything was just wasting, and I'm still spending my money. I could have thought that maybe I'm not meant to go to school. Why must I then concentrate? There are other ways that I could make it. So why should I put my effort in? So what do you think was that pushing? Was that thing pushing you, or that grace was coming from to keep trying, especially in that area of education?
I believe in the power of education, the liberating force of education. I believe in it till date. No matter how high skilled you are in life, there's a place for education. There's a certificates. No matter how good you are, no matter how skilled you are, there are some things, some paperwork that will back it up. Yeah, in the Western world, there are some sectors that don't demand certificates. You presenting it as certificate or anything. Yeah, we know that. But among your colleagues, you will know those through 4 walls, how they present their presentation, their paperwork, and their analysis, how they analyze things. So the present place I find myself at the moment, you analyze. Okay, you evidence your record. You don't just assume that this.
And that's the place of education. No knowledge is wasted. So all the knowledge you gather from those years, from those experiences, put them together, and they make you a better person. Yeah. So so you would say that it's your value for education that keeps you going, or kept you going in all of that.
Yeah, it's a value for education, because left for I would have just pursued the money. Okay, let me just get something that will come in every day. No problem. But the little that comes in, I just have to channel it towards what will be beneficial for the future. So till date, I'm still pursuing education, and it's not over until it is over.
All right. Thank you so much for letting us. So for people, a lot of people, especially in this recent, as there's some recent episode where this young guy was trying to make jest of people who went to school and saying education is a scam. Education is never a scam. No matter how little you think you have, it always singles you out when you find yourself in situations. So we should value education. And do you think there's the community plays despite all of these troubles, being almost, I would say almost desolate sometimes, because having an experience of that with you as well. Is there a role the community played in helping you to, or a support? Is there support that you got? Maybe from the community, from friends, from people around? Was there any kind of support?
Definitely, no man is an island. Definitely get support from people. It could be financial support, it could be emotional support. And the most important one here, when you are facing such that what I face, should be emotional support. My dad was there for me, yeah. Already he was retired because he was able to NCE. Already retired, I never wanted to disturb him. Then my wife is there also. The emotional support I got her, they're very important, which is good. Then I have friends, for example, when I was in Anthony Campus, you're one of my friends. No, sometimes we talk.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, that moment it takes away that pressure from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the support I need is money or give me financial support. No, that's not it. The finance, yeah, it's difficult to come by, but emotional, that will not make you will not be broken. Because sometimes you have the money and you're broken.
Exactly.
That intrinsic motivation will not be there. So when it's dead within, you don't have that motivation, that's when depression sets in. But if you have emotional support from people around you, friends, family members, it gives you that motivation.
Exactly.
So holding on to that thin rope, that very thin part that's not broken yet. You keep pulling.
Exactly. Yeah, we are never a tree does not make a forest, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of how little these things are, they go a long way. Hello, how are you doing? How's your work? So it's not all about money sometimes. And talking about supporters, like talking, that also helps to relieve some trouble, to relieve some stress. When you're going through a lot of people and lots of trouble, and you're able to share with someone. And I want to talk about when you say you as well. I remember a time that in our house, it's always like they named you. There's like James Lasso. There's Julius Lasso. So when my phone rings, is either James Lasso, Julius Lasso, or Promise Lasso. Shewa phone is always Shewa. But for the three of you, Promise Lasso, James Lasso, or Julius Lasso, and it was really a very good moment then. So I want to ask you also that you have worked across countries, you have taught across the borders as well, and now in social field. What lessons have this experience, what's taught you about humanity, having been across borders, worked across borders as well? So what particular lesson have you learned about humanity?
A lot. I think divine. My journey is divine. I would say God is taking me through this path in order to prepare me for something. Yeah, I work in a multicultural environment. Right from even in Nigeria, when I was in Port Harcourt, I have students from around the world. Before I moved to the Middle East, where I have about 14 different nationalities as my students. Now you understand them individually. Now coming to this part of the world, where you have to, in your job, you have to look at social inequalities. Okay, you are trying to empower, and you are trying to advocate. Okay, now in my studies, I mean, in my background as a teacher, I have been head of a school where we have the SEN department, special education department, which is a part of my course in education also. Now finding myself here with the same set of people that I studied, I studied at school, but I did not really practice it. Now, coming across in them today, people, what you talk about, autistic people with autism, they need someone to advocate for them. Some of them are non, but how you can't just impose your will on them. You just have to work with them. They communicate with you in different ways. What is behind the communication? That's what you should look at. Sometimes a child may say no. No
means no.
No. Something is trying to say something to you. Okay. Now, if you have not worked in a multicultural or in a diverse environment, you may not be able to cope with these ones. I may not be able to cope with these ones today because they have different backgrounds. Some of them are local, some of them are from other countries, but you have to work with them. And sometimes their gestures, sometimes their what's it called, their facial expression, it helps you try to interpret it and get a result in the end. Their satisfaction and all that. So what I have learned in the past, what I've experienced in the past, what I've seen in the past, helped me to work in this environment I am today.
And okay, so I think you've kind of answered the question I would have liked to ask. Like, how do you think your previous setbacks in both academic and financial aspects help in your current job? I think your experience, bringing your past experience into it, have helped you to be able to single out. But still, I think there's still one particular question that I've not really been able to get that response. What is it particularly about humanity have you learned in your experience?
Well, humans, we are social beings. We are social beings. No matter how disadvantaged we are social beings. And if that social being aspect is taken out of us, taken away, you observe that we function in different way, and that way might be disadvantageous to us. For example, humans can function properly among others. We relate, we talk, we share our burdens, we share our pain, we share our joy. If you don't have anyone to share that with, how do you feel? Very good. Some issues might set in. Okay, the same way the people I work with, most of them are vulnerable. They need someone to explain. But if you don't give them listening ear, because you are there to advocate for them, if you don't give them, they tend to withdraw. And when they withdraw, they will not be able to share anything with you again. And what happens in the end, it will be disastrous to them and to the people around them. Because I've seen a case whereby someone who has some form of disability this person is trying to share her experience. She wants to do this, but no one wants to listen to her. Everybody's trying to give her what to do. In the end, what happened? She became withdrawn. So anybody that comes in, instead of her talking this time around, she lashed out at the person. So we have to go back to how the person was at the beginning. When you saw something is wrong, this person needs someone to listen to her. When we started listening to her and trying to formulate, okay, this is what she wants, this is it, then we started discovering some changes in her. So one thing I have seen in human is that we are social beings. If that is withdrawn from us, you may see the other side could lead to depression. So right from the time I work in the classroom relating with students, look at students that are withdrawn in class. Try to figure out what happened to them. Someone did not listen to them properly. They were bullied by others. They decided to withdraw, or they were bullied by a teacher. You know that teachers can bully students.
Yeah.
Either they are bullied or they are withdrawn.
Yeah.
So parents are social beings. That's just what I have seen in all my life, from classroom to my present circumstance.
All
human
right.
being. And if you take from them, it may lead to something disastrous.
Yeah, we got that. So at the end of the day, regardless of what position we are social beings. We need people to relate with. We need people to believe in us. Even the high and mighty, there's something that is pushing them. They need people who believe in them, that they can do beyond what they have done. And those who are still trying as well, we still need people to believe in us, to tell us that we can do it, regardless of the position we find ourselves. So looking back now, James, which of those moments of being a conductor, of being a mechanic, of having to go to school, of being a classroom teacher, which of them do you think you're most grateful for?
Oh, I'm grateful for everything. Everything. Yeah, I'm grateful. Was it being a auto mechanic? I can just decide to service my car myself and review. Like I've mentioned some parts there. I know people who have been driving cars who cannot even mention, they don't know what's going on in the engine room. They don't know what's going on there. They cannot even change
I
common
hope you're not
tire.
talking to we ladies, because some of us ladies, we drive the car for driving.
Yeah? So that aside, was it as a conductor? I see people, I relate with them, their frustration on the bus while traveling. Okay, you are leaving your home, you are going back home. These are two different faces of humans. Yeah, you are transiting from home in the morning, then coming back from work to your home. They are just two different things because you're already sapped, your energy is gone. In the morning you're full of energy. Yeah, I'm grateful for that, to see humans, to relate with them. Now in the classroom also, relating with students. But the ones I'm most grateful for is my classroom experience. My classroom experience. I have been with students. Is it WAEC preparation? Is it JAM preparation? Is it IGCSE preparation? I see them today. Sometimes I relate with them online. So when you see people that, okay, they were just, I would say, finishing. This guy,
like
right now, is that you, the same guy that I taught many years ago? So I'm grateful for everything, but particularly as a teacher and impacting in kids or adults. So I'm just grateful for everything.
All right, I'm happy to hear that. When we see we don't know where we are going, but when we see people coming behind us and be like, when did they give it to you? But that's how people that came before us also will be looking at us like, how come you've gone this far? And that's the interesting thing about life. No one is ever in a particular spot. We all grow, we all live, and so James, I would like you to really reflect now, and to tell us a particular moment, or it could be in the form of a story. Share with us a moment when life hit so hard. It could be that, was there a day that you were stranded at the bus stop, you didn't get a fare, you didn't get transport fare to go home, or was there a day you got home and there was not even food at home, or like the real experience, not just like I got home, there was no food at home. How did you feel in that moment? Or a day you got late to school, and then with all the things happening to you, and then the headmistress or principal is there waiting to analyze your work that you had put in all your best, but it looks like the best wasn't good enough at that point, or anything. Just tell a story. Reflect on the story.
2008,
Yeah.
Who called St. Nicholas in Magodo, just along Shangisha.
Yeah.
If you know this school is owned by Emeka Ike.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were owed salaries at that point, at that moment. It was till, let's say February, salary wasn't paid. We already was March. I think I was earning 28,000 then.
You're a big man. 2008, you're earning 28,000, James.
No, I'm trying to 18. Sorry. Not 28. Either 18 or 20. Not it to you. It's not a big money.
I know. It wasn't. Imagine, school fees that time.
School fees, because I was schooling then. 70% of my salary goes into school. So I think it was 25,000. Yeah. So the following month, on the 12th of March, no food, no money. I was out totally to zero. And I will walk from Ojodu Berger, that's Sabo. I'll walk from there to Magodo. Walking is not the issue, but you need something to fill it. You need food. That day, I got home, there is no food. I slept. I dreamt I was eating in my dream.
You were so hungry that you were eating in your dream.
Yes. When your stomach is, let me use the word pepperish. Because there's no food. I didn't take my dinner. I woke up in the morning, no breakfast. With that frustration, I got to school. I went to the principal's office. Sir, I'm not working today. Why haven't we been paid? Mr. Festus was just laughing. He said, come with me, James. He took me to Mobile. There's a Mobile filling station along that CMP side. And the booker there. And we ate eba and egusi soup. I don't know what that was. So God gave me that wisdom to calm him down, because that day I was going to the admin. I will sit down, any visitor coming, because I was just, oh God,
frustrated.
I felt like destroying things. But he came to me smiling and took me there and he ate. And after eating, then we were chatting. He came back. I don't know why we were in the booker. He already called the director. And before we got to school, I got my salary. Probably it was not for everyone, but probably a few of us. I wasn't sure, but I'm very sure that he was not paid. We faced so many things. So I learned a lot from him. When I now became head of a school, from that experience, sometimes you don't say your staff is coming to you and you say, I want to prove I'm the boss. You want to, no. You don't know what's happened. So you have to tackle it in a different, even if it's not your fault. Because it wasn't his fault that salaries were not paid. But he spent his money, he spent 100 naira then. Now I don't even buy any of those things. And I ate. So that experience will never leave my mind. I still talked about this same experience. I spoke to someone about this, I think last month, not far off. That's why I'm able to remember vividly to share with you. It was in 2008, and it's just that I can't remember the date, but I know it's from between February and March.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's interesting, and I hold on to something or two lessons there in that story now, that sometimes when we keep quiet, things that are meant for us will not, that are supposed to be done will not be done. Because you took courage and then you went to the principal that day, you were able to get your money. Like you said, that it's not even you're not sure it was everybody that was paid, but because you were able to speak, like your bad people will say that so as long as you are not keeping quiet, you are talking to the right people, though, there would always be solution. And then also how to relate with people, because I don't know if you even teach me. Not the way things are coming to you that you want to also.
You are.
Not the way things are coming to you that you also want to handle it. If we do that, a lot of things would have been destroyed before we know it, before we realize it. So human relationship, how to manage situations. Those are two things that I have got from that story. So what would you like to say to our viewers, our listeners that might have faced or gone through difficult situation like this?
Well, I would say that if you have something in mind to do, keep pursuing it. Just like Pastor Chris was saying, he says, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Just keep going. See, there's nothing we are going to do in life that we don't have some obstacles. There's everything except you. If you want, even you don't have a job, you want to be sleeping at home, you get tired. There's an obstacle there. Because life itself is a risk. Why not even sleeping, waking up, looking around? There's a risk. I've heard of people that were in their home like this and GP tank just fell from it up, and some people along the road, a car just
so everything in life is a risk.
So why not just take it? Everything, just face it and just keep going. Keep going. You will find difficulties in life. There will be hurdles that you are going to scale through. There will be challenges. Just keep going. Even when you get to the wall, okay? When you sometimes some things present themselves as wall to you. Why not look at it? Probably the wall will collapse. Just give it a hit and see. It might collapse right before you. So why not keep going? Don't turn back. Because if you turn back, there's a story I heard about someone digging gold or something. As he was digging, it needs just one more hit and he gave up. Then someone came in after hitting 99 times, he gave up. Then someone came and just hit once, and God, he said, "No, you are not the one. He's the person the last hit that got it." So, yeah, you don't know if at that moment you are just at the. So, go ahead. Then sometimes the money we make most of the times, they are not for us to just eat. It's like a seed to you. That money you are getting right is a seed. You don't eat everything. You plant it. And what that process of planting will yield more. And when you eat again, eat from it, keep planting, and you discover that you are opening doors for yourself. And you're not just opening doors for yourself, you are opening for others. Because that little success you get, someone is going to gain from it. By so doing, you are making the world a better place in your little way. You don't have to get thousands of one person gains from you, you are making the world a better place. And that one person also that gains from you has someone that will gain from him. So it's just like a web, it goes like that. It keeps going. So just keep going. That's what I would say. Keep going and keep investing.
Interesting. That's really something to hold on to. Keep going, keep investing, and you don't know which of them. Keep planting. You don't know which of them might yield good harvest for you. Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a very interesting and engaging time. Learned a few things, and I'm going to be going. Yeah, to some know that some of these things we don't know them before, but we just need reminders to go through to let someone know that okay, we are not in this alone. Yeah, someone is also going through with you. And I think we're getting to the end, but before we do, I'd like to share his story. I don't know just how impactful James has also been in my life. So it's not a situation. Sometimes we're going through something and we think that we are the only one going through it. So because of that, we can't help people. It's not so. No matter what you are going through in this life, you are still able to help someone. There's someone that you are still able to assist, that you still be able to assist, regardless of your situation. So I remember that day. I can't remember but it was sometime in 2026. In 2006, yes. And we were at that Anthony campus, LASU, Lagos State University. And then we had this course, oral literature. It was Dr. Umba. And then, yes, he walked into I'm trying to adjust this thing. I don't know why. He walked into, while our literature, Dr. Mba was taking us oral literature, it was our first class, I think. And then there was that person that walked in when almost everybody was sitting. I think I was sitting on the left side of the class. And then this very tall person walked in. You know, when someone that is very tall walks in, everybody wants to say that, who is this person? Who is this person? Everyone was excited for the first class. And then James was looking for where to sit and everything. I said, okay, there's space here. I think Yemi and Cynthia were also on that line.
Yeah,
and then there's space here. James come and sit here. And then he sat there for that class. There was no, hello, how are you, and everything. And the class ended. The following day, I think you came earlier before I came. And then you kept space for me. Yes, it's like double of me in height. Oh. And then he kept space for me. I said, oh, thank you. And that was where the friendship started. Since 2006, it's almost 20 years now. And I'm grateful for that solid friendship. And one thing I actually wanted to really say here, and would like to say thank you, because while I was in LASU was not my choice. It wasn't my choice of school, but because I had left secondary school for a few years, written jam, not because I was not passing the jam, but because there was no connection to get admission. I remember one that I even had 239. I was so sure that I was going to get that admission, but no. I had my SSC, but that jam was that the problem. And then I was writing, there was no admission. So I had to I took that form, went to LASU, was in LASU. While I was in LASU, first year I wrote the jam, second year I wrote jam again, there's nothing. So the third year I said, well, I'm in LASU, let me just sit down. Let's focus on this one. And then one day James just called me. He called me, Paula, have you taken jam this year? I said, no, I'm not interested again. But you said you want to go to another school. This is not what you want to do. I said, yeah, but I'm just feeling like, let me just sit down here. And then so that course they are going to close jam tomorrow. If you know you want to do it, go and take it now. Oh, I said, oh, and unfortunately, that was the time that they would just post you to any kind of place to write jam. It wasn't like what we were doing before, that you take your jam, you just go and do it in the center close to you. So when James now said, oh yeah, Tola, go and take the jam down there, I just went to take the jam, not knowing what to do. But I filled the form. By the time I filled the form, there was no space there was no center in Lagos State again. Nowhere again, except for two far places. I think one of those places, the nearest I could get was Delta State. I don't know anybody in Delta State. What would I do? Oh, I kept the form at home. And then he called me, won't you submit the form? This form is closing. This one, I said, it's Delta State. He said, go and submit the form. Whatever it is, just make sure you submit it. So I submitted the form. And then it was now saying, okay, where will you now do the exam now? This and that. Lo and behold, he connected me to someone who was his elder brother in Delta State.
I just remember that story now.
Remember now? So all this, that's what I want to say, that all this, they're on a friendship level, there's nothing at all, but that's loyalty, that this person is my friend, I'm watching out for this person, and this person is my friend, I'm watching out for it. And then he connected me to his elder brother, who has not seen me before, who doesn't know anything about me. And then I remember I finished work that year in 2009, and then I took bus. I didn't tell them I was going to write exam from work. I took the bus. I got to Delta State. So they came to pick me up, here and his wife. They didn't know me. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they think they had just girlfriend at that time. No, but they were so, whatever it is, whatever. But they were so welcoming. If someone you've not known, you've not seen before, and someone just said, "Come to my house." They helped me, took me to the center the following morning. After they brought me home, the next day, took me to the park. I think he even gave me money. Gave me money for transportation and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, it was that particular exam that got me into Ife.
Wow.
He said, I've wanted to go for many years. I said I've almost given up. But at that point, I didn't think, go and take that exam. It's closing tomorrow. I took the exam. No center. It connected me to somewhere I could write the exam. So, Delta State, they were so welcoming. Everything. That exam was what took me to Ife, which I'm forever grateful for now, because that's one place I had wanted to go to.
And there's
So
that same year that Lausu was asked, right? And you see descending on them, eh?
yes, after I left, then a whole lot of things started happening. People were talking to me like, what happened, this and that. I remember before I left, people were saying that, why are you leaving? This and that, you've gone up to this stage. I said that, sometimes when there's something you don't want, and you know that this is not what I want. This is what I want. But this story is not about you, but I just want to use this moment to say thank you for being an impactful friend. Thank you for, despite all that you were going through, you didn't make life to just be all about you, but you were also considerate of other people around you. And that's one thing we as humans must also learn. And I'm also saying thank you to his beautiful wife as well. Very lovely, Madam Lola, very lovely and accommodating lady. So thank you to you for being so supportive to our friends. And then on this note, James, I want to ask you a final question, between me and you question, because this is between you and me. And then we always have that question we ask our guests. So if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be? If there was anything you could tell your younger self, what would that thing be?
What would that be? When
Yes.
you walk a place, you gain three things: experience, relationship, and you get salary. I would say focus more on the relationship and experience. They matter. They go a very long way. Don't concentrate on the salary you're getting, but relationship will come handy in future.
Build relationships. It's not just about money. I think that's also one of the currencies of life. Relationship. It speaks for you even where you are not able to speak for yourself. That's
Exactly.
one thing about good relationship. And thank you. That's one thing we'll be holding on to. So that's what you would tell your younger self, right? But I think that's what you've always done. Is there something that you didn't do that you think you would have done that you tell your younger self?
It's money that I was pursuing. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Okay. But later on in life, I discovered things but
more important.
Late, but I got to know at the midpoint, and it's been working for me.
All right, good to know. Thank you so much for your wonderful time, for giving us your time. Please, our viewers who want you to share, who want you to leave comments, let us know what you gained from this conversation. Let's hear from you, so that the feedback is always important, so that the next episode can always be better than the one we currently have. And I also want to end on this note that James' journey reminds us that life isn't always smooth, and success isn't linear. Sometimes you think you are almost there, and then something happens, you're back, and then life is some kind of very, very not straightforward. It's not smooth, but we can be purposeful, despite how rough life can be. We can be determined that this is what we want to do. This is where we want to go. Despite all his academic challenges, he was able to maneuver. There was something pushing him that said, no, this is not what I want. This is what I want. And that's a lesson for us, that we can achieve this thing that we want to if we put our minds to it, if we are purposeful about it. And the funny thing is that life sometimes tries to break us, and that thing that wants to break us in life is what eventually builds us to become better person, to make us better. It prepares us for that better place that we are going to, when we think that we are almost broken and there's no hope. But those experiences, they prepare us for a better future. And then, so whatever stage we think we are in life, we are not the only person there. There are people above us, there are people below us, and There are people just on the same level that we are. We are not alone. We are never alone. There's someone who is right beside us. There's someone who wants to be like us as we are looking to other people. So let's always be thankful for that position that we have. Let's be thankful for that position. And on this note, James, is there a final word? So I can close.
The final word is thank you for inviting me.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, our viewers. And I hope you enjoyed every bit of this conversation. And again, just to go back, I want to publicly say thank you to James for being a wonderful friend, for helping me to achieve some of my aims. And till I come your way again, my name is Tolulope Ibitola. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and keep smiling. Bye-bye. Thank you, James.